Hey, what is up guys? This is Gian of Gadget Pilipinas. Welcome to This Week in Tech. I've got big news for you. Again, no? We benchmarked the Galaxy S22 and compared it to the iPhone 13 Pro Max. At syempre, apart from that, we also have news about Cyberpunk 2077, which just got a huge update, and thoughts about the Horizon Forbidden West. There's also news about massive acquisitions in the tech industry. So, let's get started.
Well, hello there.
Now, if ever you're planning to choose between the Galaxy S22 Ultra and the iPhone 13 Pro Max, you may want to listen to this. In my previous benchmark of these new phones, Galaxy S22 Ultra is better at rendering 3D graphics, while the iPhone 13 Pro Max's A15 Bionic seems to be better, or it seems to perform better in terms of CPU performance. Medyo nakakagulat, no? Kagaya nga ng sabi ko, this is a surprising result for me as I was expecting the S22 Ultra CPU to come out on top, but it seems that optimization plays a vital role here. If you're after mobile gaming, the Galaxy S22 Ultra has a full array of marketplaces and available games that you can get for free or even pay. This does not mean that the iPhone 13 Pro Max is a slouch in terms of gaming. It can definitely be a gaming powerhouse, but at the expense of a slightly closer system, no? Kung gusto mo, kung halimbawa, emulators and all, you may need to jailbreak it, but that's something that I cannot recommend. Now, having said this, if you want to be more free in being able to play backup retro games, it is much easier to do this on the Galaxy S22 Ultra. There are plenty of available emulators available via Google Play Store and also supports side loading. So sa mga nag-iisip sa inyo kung S22 ba at saka iPhone 13 Pro Max and you're thinking about easily side loading some of applications or homebrew applications, then you're better off getting the S22 Ultra. Gaming is not the only major advantage of the S22 Ultra. The Galaxy S22 Ultra is also an unofficial Galaxy Note because of its S Pen, no? Kasi nga naman, di naman kasi Note yung pangalan niya. The iPhone 13 Pro Max, however, remains to be the best choice for those who are still ingrained in the Apple ecosystem. The OS and the apps available for the iPhone are very well optimized for its lower CPU configuration. So in the end, optimization is the reason or main reason why the iPhone 13 Pro Max's CPU performs better, no, in our artificial benchmarks. No? It all boils down to that. If you are the type of consumer who falls in this web of situation, you better get the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now, since I'm talking about video games, let's move on to talking about Horizon Forbidden West and Cyberpunk 2077. Unahin muna natin yung Horizon Forbidden West. Our review is finally out on One More Game, and according to my friend and amazing writer Vincent Ternida, he said Forbidden West or Horizon Forbidden West successfully builds on the lore and story of Horizon Zero Dawn, bringing to life a world that offers exploration as a reward of its own. The vast lands are breathtaking, paired with photorealistic designs and an epic soundtrack to boot. Aloy's continued adventures are dazzling, to say the least. As for me, guys, no, I cannot wait to play this game. It comes out tomorrow, February 18, 2022. I'm doing everything I can to finish Dying Light 2, which I don't think I can. Now, I am really doing this because I really would want to play Horizon Forbidden West agad without any significant backlog. Okay, now before I go to Cyberpunk 2077, I recently posted my graphics benchmark review of Dying Light 2 at One More Game, so do check that out and see how it performs on an RTX 3080. Next, let's talk about CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077. Now, in case you missed it, Cyberpunk 2077 is one of the most successful yet failed games in recent years. Finally, just yesterday or 2 days ago ba, no? The company announced that the next-gen upgrades for the PS5 and Xbox Series are now available for owners of the previous-gen versions of the game. Now, the best thing about it is that the upgrade is free, along with patch 1.5, which adds a ton, no? Quite an understatement, no? A ton of new features. Patch 1.5 will also bring a number of big changes to the game, revolving around gameplay and technical improvements. Additionally, a number of DLCs will be included, like more guns. In a party, you can now rent apartments and even call your significant other to your apartment, and also others. The patch will clock in at around 50 gigs. And last but not the least, we've got major acquisitions, yet again, by two major companies, AMD and Intel. AMD just announced the completion of its acquisition of Xilinx in an all-stock transaction worth around $50 billion. The acquisition, originally announced 2 years ago, October 27, 2020, creates the industry's high-performance and adaptive computing leader with significantly expanded scale and the strongest portfolio of leadership computing, graphics, and even adaptive SoC products. On the other hand, Intel, syempre di pa patalo, also announced its acquisition of Tower Semiconductors for $5.4 billion. This acquisition will accelerate Intel's path to becoming a major provider of foundry services and capacity globally. This is big news for us, because this will eventually not just help these companies, but also its consumers. It will open doors for them to produce more chips and even make their businesses more efficient. Well, that's it for our news this week. As usual, I personally thank our Gadget Pilipinas and One More Game news and editorial teams for writing these stuff on our websites. If you want to read our news and reviews, check gadgetpilipinas.net and onemOreGame.ph. Links are in the description below and also in the comment section. We're also present on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. We also have a Facebook group that talks about tech and video games. Of course, we have an ongoing giveaway to one of the active members in the community, and we will be very happy to have you there. This has been Gian, and as usual, thank you for watching. Cheers!